The EBMT registry exists for several decades. And let me remind you that EBMT is a professional association, a not-for-profit association, bringing together dedicated healthcare professionals that for years have voluntarily reported on hematopoietic cell transplantation, because this was seen as a peculiar form of treatment with its own specificities, including efficacy and risks. So the philosophy underlying the building of the registry is pretty much the same that we are now taking advantage of to monitor the most recent gene therapy or cell therapy medicinal products. To get back to CAR T cells, because these are genetically modified cells, these are genetically modified organisms, actually. And because the technology used to genetically modify the T cells takes advantage of viral vectors, either retro or lentiviral vectors, healthcare authorities were concerned that some insertional mutagenesis or transmission to the germline may occur, and these low-frequency events could not be detected in the registration studies that were mostly phase 1, phase 2 trials with relatively low numbers of patients. So for these reasons, both FDA and EMA mandated long-term follow-up of patients treated with CAR T cells. And long-term follow-up means 15 years, which means when you embark on this project, you actually embark for a 20-year adventure, 15 years inclusion plus 5 years follow-up for the latest included patients. The obligation is on the marketing authorization holder, the pharma company, but EMA in Europe and I guess FDA in the USA have pushed companies to some extent to work together with existing registries. And in particular in Europe, EMA evaluated the cellular therapy module that was designed and built by my colleague Chiara Bonini, myself, and several others within EBMT, and was brought as an addition to the existing forms for hematopoietic cell transplantation. So this led us to obtain a positive opinion from EMA in February 2019. And we have so far started collecting and registering patients treated with CAR T cells all over Europe, mostly on a voluntary basis. And from this data, we have been able to publish a monthly update on the number of patients treated with CAR T cells in Europe. We started in July 2019, and this is public information that is available through the monthly electronic newsletter in the EBMT. Beyond that, we now have signed agreements with the two companies that market commercial CAR T cells, namely Novartis and Kite Pharma, and that has been made public again through joint communication between the companies and EBMT. And we are now in a position to produce the first report to the companies and to fulfill our obligations as described in the agreement that I mentioned before. So this is a joint endeavor between EBMT and Novartis on one hand, between EBMT and Kite Pharma on the other hand, to conduct post-authorization safety studies, or PASS. Beyond that, there is interest from many stakeholders to access the data on CAR T cells that are being collected in the EBMT registry. And several of us, led by Jürgen Kubal from Utrecht, have started to discuss with all stakeholders, pharma, patients, families, other professional associations, either at the European level, such as the European Hematology Association, or at national levels, cooperative groups, healthcare technology assessment agencies, competent authorities, and so on. We've started to discuss how we could share this data, this set of data, to fully evaluate not only safety but also efficacy. CAR T cells are among the most expensive medicinal products ever marketed, and it is of utmost importance that we make sure that the highest fraction of the treated patients benefit from receiving these expensive treatments. So this is what we call the GoCAR-T initiative. EBMT has recruited a new individual, Sophie Thirlwell, to lead and coordinate this project. And it should be actually officially launched next month. So to conclude, EBMT is quite active, has shown its ability to register patients, to collect follow-up informations on patients treated with CAR T cells, and will further improve on these first achievements through the conduct of past studies with 2 companies at the moment, likely more in the future, and explore with the other stakeholders how this wealth of data could be used in the best interest of patients, their families, and the society.